Would you like me to tell you what happened last time?
Yeah, now that we got all the expenses and settlement action stuff out of the way, I think that's the perfect time.
Well, it's unfortunate that I poorly remember. Well, we wrapped up the other session. We made a bunch of money, parted ways with Joff and Lady Marian. Operation successful. Elmer came by. I mean, we spent a bunch of time like deliberating about what to do with the town, and then Elmer showed up, and that was really cool. And then eventually, we just went and did a meeting with Balgax. Flew off to the fucking grassland, to a tower in the grasslands, which happened to be another Zalborian test. It's really cool. Plan to revisit sometime.
How is coming into this session, how is the party feeling about their neighbors and stuff? Like, you learned a little bit about Joff last time.
Yeah. I don't know. Joff's a cool dude.
Oh yeah. Learned that his father is like some noble. We're rather fond of Joff, I think.
What did you say?
I said Josh at first.
Oh. Josh, where did the door to the chaos hole go?
It was right here.
Yep. How do you feel about Balgax, knowing where you guys live now?
Oh yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised he didn't already.
Yeah, Aldrich feels as though he committed somewhat of a blunder, but I did like go into it. When I revealed the map, two thoughts crossed my mind, right? It was like, don't really want him to know where we are. I hope he doesn't really ask about shit. And also, how does he not know where we are? He can fly.
Maybe he does, and he's just keeping it close to his chest.
Yeah, I think Aldrich is... Maybe this is like only in Aldrich's mind, but perhaps he was just seeing how honest we are. Or whether or not we fear him. Aldrich doesn't. That man, that is a plane right there.
What is?
Balgax.
Oh, sorry. I saw you pinging. I'm like, plane?
Oh, that's, yeah.
So what the fuck?
The Balgax airline.
Yeah. It's also possible that he just was so busy going up north, never went that down south or something.
Yep.
I'm just feeling generally pleasant about your social connections up in the north.
Yeah, I think so. All things considered.
Here's one more question. I'm sure I asked this before, but now there's more people in town. What do Hadrian and Aldrich do in between sessions? Like, who is their inner, like, who is their circle of people they talk to now?
I imagine, like, obviously that's probably, like, the foreman. I think that Hadrian probably keeps up with the Esterman at least a little bit, because he's still trying to, like, get them integrated.
Yeah. Just now they can speak common. Just very nice.
Yeah. I like to imagine that Hadrian and Aldrich regularly just go about town, seeing where they can help, checking on matters, making sure everyone's okay, dealing with it if they're not.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. And
I think our closest relations would probably be like, well, naturally, like Jabiful, and we'd also probably spend a lot of time, discussing like administrative matters with Archibald and Labor's Camp and Like, I imagine we'd have a sort of board, you know, where we touch base with, like, the laborers and the woodcutters and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So you're with, like, the upper strata of the town mostly, but you walk around a bunch. Talk with everyone. That's a pleasant atmosphere. You're getting to know the names and faces of all the dudes in town. There is a slight change in atmosphere this past week or so. See, the people are being slightly secretive, but not. You don't sense like it being in like a malicious way.
Okay.
Get like excitement.
Is there like a holiday coming up or something?
And give me a religion check if you are proficient.
I think I'm proficient. Might be. Open up that sheet. Okay, let's see. I am proficient.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, it's just looking for not a 1, basically. Yeah, you know what? It's the start of Tenebris, right? The 11th month of the year, the middle of the fall. You recall that very soon there is a craftsmanship festival that the Church of Faber usually hosts.
Well, then we gotta do it. We gotta prepare. So I go talk with, oh man, what was his name? I have it written down. Where are my notes? I always fucking lose them.
You know what we gotta do at some point?
What?
This is just like plans for the future of the settlement. Okay, you see my arrow?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking like a big town square.
We need a town square, my dude.
True, actually.
We need a town, like, for aesthetic, you know, for like the church is there, a boarding home. We can have little shops, you know, whatever. Serve. That's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sold. I think we can even take it closer. I want like a pier that goes like out over the fucking water.
Oh
comes
my God.
back.
We're going to be so bougie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be fucking awesome.
It's the power cube.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find your notes?
I found them, yeah, but I stopped reading them.
Oh no.
Theron.
Yeah, you
Father
go.
Theron.
You go to the church to find Father Theron. Is it just you?
Aldrich wants to come, he can.
Always.
Yeah.
I follow my bailiff.
Oh, yeah.
See to it that you don't do anything you'd regret.
Yeah, you'll find Theron in the church doing church things. Sort of nod when he sees you or hears you approach. Like,
Father.
Yes.
Good bailiff.
Father Theron. I came to ask about preparations for the Craftsman Festival soon.
Yes, I've been meaning to talk with you.
Good. Well, we're here now.
Before we discuss, a moment of prayer.
Of course. Yeah, he'll do a craftsmanship sermon.
Hell yeah.
Pray to the god, the big old statue.
Give Hadrian like an elbow and a nod. Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
praying.
Keep him happy.
Yeah.
Yep. A few minutes of prayer later, priest will rise and state, I was intending on handling most of the preparations. It would be nice to clear out a little area for everyone to gather, but I assumed we were just going to do it at the church. What I wanted from you, good bailiff, was to ask if you wanted to be in the panel of judges.
Sure, of course.
No, it's excellent. I'm going to officially announce the start of the competition tomorrow. And a week from then, we will convene to see what everybody has done.
Sounds great.
Anything you require of us?
Yes, I was going to come ask if there was any resources you needed.
Well, if you are willing to make a donation, say about 25 gold or so, I should be able to put on a most excellent festival.
I think we can do that. Let's kind of look over to Eldritch.
Yeah, no issue at all.
This will pay for all sorts of things.
I'll subtract from the coffers.
All right. Excellent.
Aldrich would kind of just, I'm sure, I don't expect you to have a full list, or, you know, in your mind, or literally. But Aldrich would want to, like, go over with him what he plans to buy for it, and then offer, if he's lacking in anything, I'd offer him a little bit more gold. It's like, oh, you don't have any, you don't have a few barrels of ale for the festival? Ridiculous.
Well, 25 gold is a lot of gold, right? Obviously, like, transportation is a thing. So the one thing he would maybe ask for is like, well, if I go and buy shit, maybe, well, he would say it, buy things. I would maybe want, you know, guardsmen accompanying me to the fort. Right. So if you could somehow arrange for the town to be protected, I gather the necessary supplies.
I believe it would be no issue for you to take Alan with you.
Not. It's hoping for more than one guard.
And Jabiful.
Certainly, if Jabiful is willing to accompany me, I will feel safe.
Cool, the guy, dude.
Well, that should be amenable, I suppose.
So he will borrow Jabiful during the week to go back and forth. He will ask you, Aldrich, if you intend on participating in the craftsmanship competition.
Oh, perhaps next year. I'm without my tools.
Not. Fair enough.
Then again, it's something that is crafted during the competition, right?
Yes, the rules are very simple. You can use whatever materials are lying around the settlements, or materials you can gather during the week.
Yeah, then I can't participate this time. But, the thought occurs to me. Have you had a chance to look over the logs of burning we found?
I've seen them a couple of times. Talking about the magic logs in your rat house.
Yeah. They're of ancient construction. I imagine they might be of special interest to you.
I suppose I could take a look.
Well, if you ever wish to, there's a few in the rat house.
Yeah, I'll not.
Clap and say log.
I will do that. So, we can move on to the next day when the priest announces the festivities. And you can see like all the people in town basically gather, and the priest will announce the judges. The judges are Theron, Father Theron, the priest, obviously.
Yep.
The trade post guy, and the bailiff.
Ooh.
Trade post guy has a name. Need to, let's see, Party A, home base. Marco. That is his name. Yep. And from your position, you can see that there's vaguely like groups / cliques who seem to be participating together. The laborers,
Like obvious ones, yeah, they're kind of obvious.
yeah, they're pretty obvious. The laborers seem to have something planned. Give me like an insight for the less obvious groups / pairings.
Both?
Well, I imagine you be in the crowd, so you can give me an insight check, but there will be some penalty for not like being in a clear observation point.
Womp womp.
Yeah, well, you would see the obvious ones as well. Estermen seem to, you know, have something in mind as well. The woodcutters seem to have something in mind, and they're looking at their dwarf man, Baron. You recognize him.
Mm-hmm. Baron Guildhelm.
Yep.
Guildheim?
He's the foreman.
The Baron is the foreman. You will see from your vantage, Veth. The carpenter seems to have something planned, and he, you know, is like whispering something to one of the woodcutters. And the blacksmith seems to be with or working with Baron. Like you see them like exchange knowing glances.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep, and that's the groups you see.
What's the timeline? Like, when do we know when the festival ends, when the showing is, when the get-together is, really?
A week from now. This whole week is like the leading up week. The church will like set up decorations and stuff during this week, and then it'll pop on the like last day when there will be this big showing. Hadrian would probably be able to tell you that, like, maybe I'll just whisper to Hadrian. What was your religion roll? Do you have religion proficiency?
No.
You might not have had like a Faber festival that you partook in. So I'm just going to whisper to Beth a detail, and he can explain or not, depending on whether he feels like it.
We're on Roll20 or on Discord?
In Roll20.
I see. Oh, okay. Well, does Aldrich ask about, like, what the point of this is, or, like, what the prize is?
I would, yeah, of course, at some point.
Yeah. Then I'll explain that the winner of the competition has their item displayed at the church for a season or two, and they're also personally blessed by the priest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Quite the boon.
It is a nice little competition. Keep everyone's skills sharp. So what does the party do?
Well, after I guess the crowds disperse and stuff like that. I don't know. Guess maybe.
Yeah, Aldrich would find Hadrian and ask, well, when will you be tied up? I was
A week
hoping...
from today.
Gotcha. Excellent. All right. We won't have a Jabiful, but I think we know the way.
Yes.
I want to go, well, wanted to suggest, we head up to one of these old forts, make sure it's cleared out, then head to Fort Huntsman, bring some of the Queen's men up there.
Sure. We can write a report on it once we're there first, too.
Yeah, well, if we see anything of interest. I don't think we need to write a report on the fort.
It was specifically one of the...
Oh, you mean it would suffice as a point of interest?
No, they told us to write reports on... Was it the report? Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I'm getting my shit mixed up.
See, this is why you have a court mage.
Yeah, true.
Wizards make good record keepers.
Yeah, real.
Our objectives are to scout 3 points of interest and write a detailed report, which will be sent to the capital. Aid the crown, secondly, aid the crown in retaking the fort, and then our third and individual order was the mine.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got some of those mixed up. Okay. Well then, yeah. I think that is also a good thing. We should go back and write reports about some of our points of interest here soon, too.
I have a few in mind. We can just spend some time there, and then add a character. Like, I figure we can write the reports. Like, we can, I don't know how we'll do this exactly, but my first thought was invest the in-game time as just downtime, saying, okay, we stayed here and studied and made a bunch of rolls. We'll write down whatever notes we get from Torb about it, and then in between sessions actually write a report if we're required to.
Yeah.
Are we required to actually write a thing? Are you giving me homework?
I wasn't necessarily intending on giving homework. Well, I don't know. You think it'd be fun to write a report on what you encounter at a point of interest and what you think is relevant?
Let me ask this. Was the intent not to have us go revisit old points of interest, but instead to make us explore?
Give me an intelligence check.
If the intent is exploration, I'm asking you what your intent was.
You did remember that, or you do remember this vague recollection that...
I know that Merrick said, I don't care if you've been there already.
Well, he did also say beyond the Bramblewood.
Yeah, I know. I recall that bit.
Which means past the Bramblewood.
Right. Oh, I guess we haven't really fucking encountered anything past the Bramblewood, have we?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that answers that. Intelligence check actually required.
Yeah. That's why I required it.
Okay. Well, I'd probably rather not have the homework. So if we find stuff, then we spend the downtime there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense to me. One sec, I'm doing math.
Okay. Then, Beth, I guess our next step is just heading out to a fort. Wasn't there one just along the river? Or something?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
I could take you to the map if you wanted to look at
one
that.
with the fucking lizards. Yeah, we don't need Jabiful for that one. I've got that map in a little handout.
Yeah, but I like bringing the map up sometimes, okay?
Fair enough.
It's your group map.
You should put a legend on this one.
What does that mean?
Like, I forgot what the fucking purple is. I'm pretty sure it's forts.
Yeah. Look, if you don't remember, that's your problem.
So yeah, there's that fort on the left fork. So we'll just go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Required.
That is true. So the party will go. I'll make a long journey quick.
Sure.
You guys trek up near the river. Maybe encounter river creatures. Maybe you don't.
Ah, yes. This one was rather dilapidated.
Yeah.
Well, it's made of stone.
Do a little bit of like recon to make sure there's nothing else has moved in.
Yeah, you will see nothing has moved in.
Okay.
Nothing
Two.
like crazy, like there might be like raccoons or something.
Legit, yeah.
No like powerful creatures. It's just been abandoned. You can see the destroyed portcullis and doors.
Who did
Yeah, I
that?
was literally going to say we'll try and close what's left of the doors and let's head to the fort.
We'll just kind of scope the place out. As long as nothing's changed, and I think we can just kind of.
Oh, sorry, I'm so used to relying on Jabifel. I guess Aldrich would like start looking around for tracks, see if anything has been around or any signs of that.
Yeah, give me. Are you proficient in survival?
Not at all. I'm proficient in investigation.
You can investigate.
I investigate.
You think that at some point some goblins had wandered in here, but they have left since.
Yeah. Well, I'm no Jabifel, but it looks like nothing's been in here since. Was it goblins
Was Lizardman?
It was a lizardman. Well, it seems like goblins have been in here since, but naturally we killed the king.
Hopefully they've all fled this area.
Yeah, haven't seen any in a long while.
Well, let's hope they've all fled. That
Yeah.
there's someone else's problem now.
So I guess we'll continue to give it a full clear. We'll check that basement and the top level, and once we're satisfied, we leave.
Yep. But yeah, once we're, sure it's as intact as it's going to be right now and there's nothing nefarious going on, I think we'll probably just head back to Fort Huntsman.
Aldrich might comment nostalgically, like, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
I'm just glad we didn't need fog clouds to approach it this time.
I think I remember almost dying over there. It's a little foggy.
Yeah, it's a little foggy for me too. I can't remember. I'd rather not think about it though.
Prefer not
Seem to
dying.
remember- The last thing I remember is telling Jabifel to shoot some distant lizards. Well, I remember the rest, but it's rather foggy. Okay. I'm sick of it. Let's go.
Apologies, just doing last minute stat box stuff.
No worries. So yeah, Jabifel, Aldrich and Hadrian, perhaps on Elkback.
Probably.
Yeah, we returned to Redemption following the river. And after passing through Redemption, as long as there's time in the day to travel, we will rest when need be. We will head to Fort Huntsman. Then we'll
Yeah.
wait at the gates.
You'll see the two same gate guards you always see.
Hail.
Hail! Isn't the Redemption Bailiff?
Sure is.
How goes it?
Good? Anything interesting?
Goes well.
Yes, actually. He'll, sort of like get closer. Say, we got some interesting bounties lately.
Interesting bounty.
Kind of elbow Aldrich.
Oh, on whom? On what?
He, smiles and plays a little coy, saying, well, are you planning on bounty hunting?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Are they not on the board?
They are. He'll lean into whisper into your ear, Aldrich. They found, or there's rumors of some powerful demon out there.
Oh, you don't say.
He nods. Yep. Yes, sir. We got reports from some bailiffs. At least that's what I think. This one day, Remfray put the bounty up on the board. Seemed he knew.
Are there any other? You said bounties. What else is there?
Oh, there's ex-adventurer as well.
All right, we'll go have a look. Thank you.
He nods. He smiles and says an A-class adventurer.
Oh,
Though the bounty itself is an A-class, of course.
So wait, the bounty is to go after an A-class adventure?
Yes.
What did they do?
The other guy who is like eating an onion will state tax evasion.
Okay.
and the bounty is
Capture them.
capture them. Okay.
I'll have to go take a look at these interesting bounties then.
Yeah, nods. The door is opened. You're allowed in the Fort Huntsman.
Woo!
Does Hadrian, is that like a powerful dude escaping justice a little bit? Does that get you?
I mean, it's taxes. It's not like you fucking beat the crap out of somebody.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or, like, killed people, or, like, you know. If it was like he stole a bunch of money from people and dipped, maybe. I mean, there's maybe a little bit of that, but it's like...
Because what's going through Aldrich's mind is a little bit of like, potentially very skilled labor.
Yeah, also true. Yeah, I mean, I don't think tax evasion was part of Hadrian's job. Maybe it was, but...
All right. We enter the fort.
You enter the fort. You'll see the usual suspects. Bunch of guards whose names you don't know. See, Lady Marianne is definitely here. You can see her on the walls. Just like
Oh.
lazing around. She'll straighten up and
Wait.
say, "Hail," and come on down the ladder.
God, shit. Oh, God, she's coming.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
She saw us.
Just wanted to go to the Merrick office or whatever, man.
Do you need me?
No.
Oh, just saying hi.
Yep.
Oh,
Sorry about that. We're just going to tell was his name, Renfrey, that one of the forts is cleared out.
Yes. Okay. There's actually a officer in the fort I want to speak to.
Sure. Agent of the Queen. Right.
She'll go back up the ladder.
Good day. Alright, so we head to the court.
You head to the... what?
Did you say the court or the fort?
Fort.
Okay. Then that's it. That's where.
You head within the fort. So do you try to locate this person, or you go to Renfrey?
I try to find this person, but if we can't fucking find it, we'll just go ask Renfrey.
Alright, give me investigation.
I think I might leave this one to the court wizard.
Yeah, you'll find him
Never mind.
in the tavern. You can see a well-dressed person who kind of sticks out a little bit.
Does he have like a desk in here, or is he just a patron at the moment?
At the moment, he is eating a fine luncheon.
Excuse me, good sir.
Yep. You can see this is an old man.
Are you the Queen's agent stationed here?
You're not. It says, yes, I'm Thomas.
Nice to make your acquaintance, Thomas.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Aldrich, and this is
I'm
Bailiff.
Adrian.
Yeah, Bailiff Hadrian of Redemption.
I see. That is good you have found me. I assume you are coming here to speak of forts. Yes?
Yep. One has been cleared out. The
Nods.
eastmost fort along the river.
I am what you could call an inspector. I was around during the construction of many of these forts, back during the 5 Years' War. I have knowledge of engineering, architecture. So if you're willing to escort me, I will be able to give you an estimate of what the crown will need to make a fort work for you.
Whenever you're ready.
Yep, we're ready to set off immediately. Does the crown require resources from us in order to get the fort established?
I believe they do.
He nods. Says yes.
Well, I suppose as we get up and begin walking, probably joining him on the way to gather whatever things he needs for this trip. Horse included, I hope. Unless he wants to ride bitch.
No, he's got a horse.
We'd explain to him. Well, the portcullis of the fort is damaged beyond repair, I believe, though I'm no craftsman.
Please allow me to look at the fort myself.
Well, absolutely. It's just we're not producing our own iron at the moment. That will be imported. So naturally we have an endless amount of wood, and we do have a blacksmith and carpenter at the ready.
Yes. If you're willing to utilize some of the resources in your village, that might result in a cheaper bill.
Good.
It's good thinking on your part. I was just going to offer a cash estimate. I'll make things more complicated. I'll have to take a look at your village's capabilities on the way to the fort.
We will be passing through. And so we'll head off.
Yep.
Yep, he nods. You guys will ride. Is there anything else you do in the fort? You're done in the fort for now?
Yeah, I think we're done in the fort.
All right. You can always come
Just
back.
want to get some booze for the festival. But we did just give him 25 GP for all that, so he's probably gonna do that.
25 GP can buy a lot of booze. You guys will return all the way back to your settlement within a day or so. Actually, it's half a day, so I guess by the end of the day. The officer, Thomas, will request to sleep in the rat house this day. Since he sees there's no, like, highly good quarters anywhere.
Granted.
He will inspect the carpenter and the blacksmith. He will not see the laborers' camp. He will comment, maybe to himself, maybe to you, as you guys pass by the laborers' camp. This could be enough men to build the road.
We'll likely outsource. They're required to. Well,
He nods, says, outsourcing labor out here would be quite expensive, but it's definitely an option.
we're aware. And we're expecting it to probably be, what, 200 gold pieces?
Perhaps for the road.
Something to that effect.
He nods. The road will definitely cost that much. If you could coordinate your men to build the road, it would probably take weeks, but could completely wipe away that cost.
We'll have to see when the time comes.
He nods. And so, you guys spend the night here. Dawn will come. Have to go on foot because there's no roads at this point. But the fort isn't that far away. I believe you can get there at the end of the day. Or a little bit before.
Tell him as we travel, like, alright, Inspector. General rule, stay within 30 feet of me.
He'll nod, slyly hodling dismissively, say, I can hold my own. I'm a veteran of the army. It's killing demons before you shit your first pair of underwear.
My apologies, sir. I mean no offense. I'm sure you can imagine how it would look if the Queen's Inspector was injured on our watch.
He nods. Expression softens a little. Says fair enough. You arrive at the fort.
That's good. Yeah, come on, man. A responsible youngin's a good youngin.
Yeah, you've gotten respect from him. The
He's
secondary
gonna go back and
response.
maybe the young ones are okay.
He was like, you know what? Maybe your generation isn't so bad after all.
Yeah. The next time he's in Crown Hold, it's like a party or something. It's like, fuck these kids. They're so loud.
Bro's like, he's just a downstairs neighbor. He's just like fucking pissed.
He will inspect the fort. He will notice the bastion doors. He'll examine the stonework carefully. After like an hour of this examination, he will come back and say, well, luckily, even though this fort is near a river, there's not much in terms of water damage or anything like that. Honestly, I expected the forts to be mostly intact. They're built on good, solid foundation. Huge slabs of sturdy stone rest under here. That being said, the woodwork definitely needs replacement, and there will need to be new furniture installed. I could give you a more detailed breakdown, or I could give you a total price.
The total price, please.
Of course, 100 gold. For everything. Replacing the portcullis, the doors, etc., etc.
And manning it.
The funds to man it will be provided by the crown, as part of the reason why you bailiffs are expected to chip in at this point. Whoever is going to rule over your settlement will have to pay taxes to the people in these forts after your shift has ended. But you will not.
Lovely. And what about the matter of protection for your workers? Was it the same men provided by the Queen?
Yep.
Excellent. And then the road, as we've discussed, is outsourced on our behalf?
You will have to pay for the road.
Precisely.
Yes. If you do not want to find the workers, I definitely could call on my connections to make the process simpler for everyone involved.
And when do you require the payment?
It would have to be up front, so whenever you wanted me to start on the process.
Could you bring us to the coffers map?
Not a whole lot left in there.
No, not at all. We can go make some, though.
True.
I believe we can basically give him the gold and get it started, because we have enough.
Oh wow, I thought you were tapped.
Well, we only paid like 40 gold for expenses.
We need to pay for the charcoal thing. I didn't subtract that.
Oh fuck! So we are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
250.
It was 200.
Just 200.
It's
Okay.
275.
In that case, all right. If it must all be up front, then it'll have to wait a small amount.
Well, if you're saying that you can't afford to pay it all up front, perhaps the 100 gold could be paid now and the road could be paid for later.
Would you still begin construction of the road immediately?
No. But we could begin the renovating of the fort, just bring on materials, hike for a while.
All right.
Men wouldn't necessarily like it, but its workers have worked under worse conditions.
Aldrich will turn to Hadrian and sort of like close in. Shall we just go do a bounty and then go back to the inn and find him?
A nod.
Get it all going.
Yeah. I'd say perhaps we'll delay until after the festival.
Why not? Says, well, you'll be able to find me in Fort Huntsman, should you need me.
Kind of nod.
All right. Well, we appreciate everything, and we'll escort you back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we go back to Fort Huntsman, along with him. I imagine some, 3 or 4 fucking days have passed by now.
Something like that, yeah.
So we'll go check the bounty board. What exactly do we see?
Alright, so you'll see 2 bounties that are on the board, right? One of them, there's a pretty detailed drawing of a person. And the other one is more textual. The drawing of the person does not look like Balgax.
Does it look like anyone we do know? I wouldn't put it past Fagard.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, it does not look like anyone in Fagard. So, which one do you read first?
I guess the adventure one.
Yeah, because
Actually,
like
first.
the Balgax one is not.
Well, we don't know it's Balgax, but it's probably.
Yeah, I guess.
Balgax.
The moment we see the first line and it's like a flying demon was by.
Flying blue demon.
So, the one on the left states wanted A-class adventurer, tax evasion. Ukrov has been, investigated, indicted for tax evasion, has fled from his home, carrying his belongings and ill-gotten gains with him. Is chased up all the way to near the Badlands, where he escaped, thanks in part due to his magic cloak. The reward for this bounty is 300 gold, and you may keep the items on this man's person, but any gold you find on Ukrov, along with Ukrov himself, are expected to be returned to the crown. This is the crown's money.
Okay, can you focus in on the description and the last known location or whatever? Was it just in the Badlands?
He was being chased up, and then he escaped in the forest of the Badlands, and the soldiers were not able to keep up.
Does it mention like it was in between this and that for settlement? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there'd be like a more detailed location for you to pick. I would find that hard to articulate.
Okay.
It would probably be it would probably be south of Sunford. Maybe between Sunford and Novus.
Well, that's an option. What about the one that's after the demon?
So, the bounty for the demon will have a description. This is a B or maybe A class bounty. The other one is like a C or maybe B bounty. Probably C. According to the bounty, right?
Yeah.
So Balgax, question mark, the demon bounty. It's a high up bounty.
Right.
It has a description, that describes, a large blue horned demon.
Yep.
Big butcher cleaver. His back.
Hey, Drain. Shall I retrieve Jabifel? We can take him, go look for this tax evader, bring him on in.
Sure.
That would instantly pay for those forward. So,
Yeah. Sure.
all
Why
right.
not?
We'll see to it.
Did it say anything else about his abilities other than he escaped with his magic cloak?
Yeah. He is an A-class adventurer. He
Pretty high up there.
is very high up there. He's gotten renown for adventuring around, all over the fucking country. He was very powerful during the Orc War. He contributed. He is a Esterman.
Oh.
And he focuses on his swordsmanship.
Okay.
He does not wear armor.
Ooh, okay.
Well, This
Prepping
magical
8 casts of Hold Person.
This magical cloak of his, it might allow him to turn invisible. That would be a fucking issue. That helm you have.
It's just Dimension Door. I don't have the helm. Or do I?
Oh, that helm.
And I don't have the helm.
Fuck. I knew that helm would come in handy one day.
What if it's just like Dimension Door or something like that, or like
Right.
Misty Step?
That would be convenient. But if it is something that allows him access to invisibility, it could be really fucking hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Though, if I know anything of invisibility at all, I don't believe it lasts too long. Perhaps an hour. I'm not familiar with it myself, but... Bless you.
Thank you. An hour is
Well,
a
if
pretty
it's invisible,
long time.
I can also just prepare locate object. I'm sure he
Right.
would have his cloak on him.
Right. All right.
So, should I calculate just how many days you've been doing stuff real quick? I feel like that would be prudent. So you went to the fort twice, right? The fort, the Gekling fort. So over the course of the day, you can get to the fort, bum around there for a little while, and then start heading back. So each fort foray basically takes a day to get there and a day back, pretty much. So that's 4 days spent with the fort and another day going to Fort Huntsman and back. So it would be 2 days to the festival.
Alright. So maybe we do the festival first and then do the bounty.
Potentially. Feel comfortable doing so.
Yeah, because we're going to get stuck out there for like a day to go find him, and then it's going to take a day to get back, or more.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys will wait then. For the festival to get done.
This message would be sent to Jabiful before we, like, headed back. Just relieving him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's supposed to say relieve, not relive. Whatever.
Relieve you of your duties.
I'm sure he gets it.
Yeah, he can meet you at Redemption.
Excellent. Well, we would inform him of the plan. We're gonna wait a couple of days, attend the festival, and then afterwards, there's a bounty. The more days we wait, the harder it might get, but we trust in your skills.
Well, yeah, sure.
Basically, a guy, a tax evader, was chased into the Bramblewood, and he got away, using some magical cloak. They don't specify if he went invisible or teleported away or whatever. They don't know, I'm sure, so.
Here's a question.
No, I'm sure you can do it. Full confidence.
Wow. Yeah, he's still in the Badlands. What if he just like doubles back or something once the heat dies down?
Then hopefully
Will
he's
the
not
heat
very
die
good.
down in 2 days?
He shrugs. I don't know.
The heat has only just begun. A bounty's been placed upon him.
That's true.
Whether or not he's
All we need to do
wise
is
enough
pick
to
up his
consider
trail.
this. Yeah. And yeah, all we have to do is hope. Pick up his trail and hope he's not very good at hiding it. Though you're extremely skilled, Jabiful. You know, I'm sure he'll leave something for you.
Yeah. We can only hope that he is chilling in the Badlands then. I'll find him.
And that mage armor is looking extremely flimsy. Come find me tomorrow.
He nods. Will do.
Let me see. How many do I even have? I got 3 pieces. You can have one. I'll go down to 2. Get him. He's at 11, so, you know, ragged.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I'm fucking... I mean, Jabiful's... He's got 365 gold on his sheet, but, like, most of it's not there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to replenish his arrows.
Fair enough. It's extremely cheap. You can subtract a gold or whatever. The day of the festival will come. You can see that decorations have been put around the church, and some of them have been put around the town as well. They mostly just echo the symbology of Faber, so it's like a Forge's hammer, basically. Little, like, wooden dangly bits off the sides of buildings and stuff. Theron will, you know, get you, basically. And go to a little spot that has been cleared out behind the Church of Faber. Doing it outside just so that, like, the maximum amount of light is available to see the stuff. You know, the works of craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And there is this, like, big, long table with 3 chairs. Theron will go around and basically announce that the tournament is going to begin after... There's some hours of just, like, people dancing, music, and stuff like that. Laborers, like, pulling out, like, drums and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the main event is this tournament, and that is what goes on. So you'll see that there are, like, goblets, like silver goblets, that guys just have. You can see the trade post man, Marco, pour some wine for you.
Aldrich might, like, find a bit of a booth just to, like, have set up a few things that we found from the Zalthon Tower, you know?
Yeah.
Like, behold, like, this is probably the first time we've really publicized this. We'll just have the log of burning, the snow globes, figurines.
Okay, so you want to, like, set up a table just to show off.
He'll have people just come up and try out the log.
Yeah, sounds good. You will actually also see a few people from out of town who are visiting. Most notably, or perhaps not the most notably, but notably, Joff comes.
Joff!
You see the 2 guardsmen from Fort Huntsman. They show up as well. The door guards.
My goodness, what a pleasure.
Which one is this directed to?
the guards
Yeah.
and Joff, of course.
Well, they came at different times. They didn't come at the same time.
Well, I'd rather speak with Joff, if anyone.
Yeah, Joff will say. Yeah, well, I'd heard tell that you guys were planning the festival. Thought I would come by.
Yeah, well, thanks for showing up. Take no offense to the no invitation.
Well, I figured you didn't think it was that big of a deal or something.
And not at all. Aldrich secretly, like, don't want Joff Craftsman winning this shit.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what your town, your village, can come up with.
Yeah, well, blacksmith and carpenter are rather skilled. And I know they've been scheming, a lot of them.
Smiles, says, yes. Indeed.
Well,
We've had a few of these festivals back in Riverford. It's always nice to see everyone teaming up.
yeah. Well, let me tell you, festivals of the Scholar are nothing like this.
I can only imagine so. I don't even recall hearing about them.
Yes, well, that's because everyone stays inside and reads.
Well, I'll make sure that I send word to invite you to Harvest Festival coming up.
Thank you.
Sunford.
Yeah, we'd love to go. I assume there'll be much food.
He nods.
Oh, did you hear about a few things of note? Let's find Hadrian. Must discuss this.
You find Hadrian. He's sitting at the table, question mark?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Firstly,
Oh, court mage. Come to influence the judges, have you? Says Marco.
not at all. I've got no pony in this race. I assure you.
Well, then perhaps you can share some wine. He'll pull out a goblet. And you see he's got like a little keg of wine that is under his chair.
Oh, you devil.
Pours some.
Dirty dog.
I figured it couldn't be a proper festival without some celebration material. He hands you the glass. And then toasts his own goblet. Cost me a pretty penny buying these goblets.
Yeah, thank you. She'll toast and drink.
Yep, me too.
Oh, it's good stuff. I hope to see it in the shop.
You know, I'm sure there'll be leftovers. There'll be a clearance sale afterwards.
All right. May we steal the bailiff for just a moment?
Yeah, you know, don't be late to the festival. Theron will actually kill you.
I'll do my best.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah. Shit, no fuck.
Okay. I just thought we might address Dalgax with Joff. Firstly,
Yeah?
did you hear about a tax invader, an adventurer?
No. But I've been sort of minding my own business, exploring around, you know?
Any sightings from your guards of we saw this guy, something run, anything? I don't know.
Roll luck check. Yes, I remember hearing a report, some of my guards, they saw an Esther man moving through the woods, but we just assumed it was either that letter guy or one of your hunters, because we see them from time to time.
I fear this one may have not been.
It's headed northwards, east of the settlement.
Might we speak with your guards on this matter at some point? After the festival. We appreciate it. I'll be forthcoming with you. We believe that Esterman to be a tax evader for whom there's a 300 gold bounty on.
I see.
Would you still permit us to speak with your guards?
Yeah. I mean, do you assume I'd compete with you over this?
It's a...
Just gonna shrug.
Well...
It's a question, at least.
Yeah, it's a large chunk of gold, of course. And it's...
No, come on now. We've been cooperating for months now.
Right. Well, I don't think you'd compete. I think you might wish to do so, to cooperate.
Here's the thing. I might be the son of a noble, but I was raised more by my mother. My blood doesn't boil at the thought of a tax evader.
Look, ours neither, but we're very desperate for the gold at the moment.
Sure. I'm telling you. Look, if you want the bounty for yourself, that's fine. I do not care.
Great. I only mention our desperation, well, as a point of fact, not to persuade you.
Okay. I was sort of getting that vibe. Perhaps I was wrong, though. So I apologize.
No worries.
Oh, well, that's settled then. Can we get to enjoying the festival now?
Oh, one last thing. There's another bounty that we saw.
Yeah?
There's an Onin by the name of Balgax.
I see.
We happen to know that he's begun constructing something of a hut, a cabin, somewhere north of your lands, near that Zalthaton Tower.
Oh, wow, you are quite busy with the bounty hunting, it seems. So you plan on getting that next?
We've not been hunting him.
I don't believe so.
As a matter of fact, he's a rather amenable demon, as far as demons go. I don't believe he's a danger to humans. He lives in our realm, in exile.
He nods.
We've spoken with him, and told him that we would inform you that he was existing close to your lands. We also told him that whatever you decide to do about it, we would support you.
Do you know how powerful he is?
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, likely very powerful, but also we do know that he has no desire to kill humans, to harm.
He's given gifts to the bailiffs of Fagard.
Yes, all that have treated with him have noted that he's respectful and amenable.
See, his expression tightens a little bit. It's like, well, I'm fine with them living wherever he would like, but I would warn you that it is not legal to be cooperating with demons.
Indeed.
You could get in serious hot water. I don't know what would happen to you or your settlement.
Exactly. This is exactly why we wanted to warn you that he was nearby.
Yeah. I will... I need to think this matter.
From what we've seen, he'll probably mostly mind his own business. But I'm just saying you don't need to, get the torches out. Or, stress or fear.
I believe he'd be willing to relocate. I know that, well, it's uncomfortable, isn't it? Knowing this might put you in some legal tension, huh? If you wish, contact me at any time and I'll deliver him any message. I'm sure if we asked him to leave, he'd be amenable.
Honestly, I do not want to talk with this demon or interact with him.
I mean only that I would send him. I would a message on your behalf.
Yeah, I do not want any messages sent to him on my behalf.
Even if it's get the fuck out?
Even if it's get the fuck out.
Okay.
If he's fighting someone, I don't want it to slip out of his mouth that Joff said it was okay, or Joff said I should move.
Right. Fair enough.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm being curt. It's just...
Oh, not at all. Please protect your settlement best as you see fit.
I'll nod.
This is a delicate situation. By all rights, we should take this information to the fort. But, who the fuck wishes to potentially have an Oni's ire pointed at them?
Exactly.
Yeah, that is fair.
If it becomes a problem, I suppose we'll have to do something, but for now I'm more than content to letting him do his thing.
Right.
As long as it doesn't interfere with our business.
Then we'll leave it be, and none of us knows a thing.
Yeah, I'll go back to his more cheery, sort of normal demeanor. Say, that's right.
Yep. Let's enjoy this festival.
Indeed. So he'll walk to join the festivities. The festival's competition will commence very shortly after that. Like 10 minutes later, maybe. People will be wowed and amazed at the random Zaltaton stuff that you've brought out, Aldrich. You'll get a lot of questions like, oh, did you make this?
No.
No, I did not.
Well, what is this? Where did you get this? Is there some amazing smith somewhere,
A tower of the Zaltaton mages.
No. Aldrich would not advertise them as being found in the Tower of Zaltaton.
All right, then,
But rather
Shut
just
up.
we've discovered them at various places throughout our adventures.
Yeah, and they'll be impressed.
Makers are unknown, lost to time. But, Aldrich would, let the message allude to, there's much more out there, Who knows what treasures lie in the past of the Bramblewood?
Yeah, people will be impressed. Oh, wow, I didn't know there was stuff like that out in the Bramblewood. I thought it was just trees. The competition begins.
I would like Payne Aldrich.
Yeah.
Things existed here before, dude. What the fuck?
I don't necessarily know that. You will see a person come up. An Esterman, one of the Estermen, Adrian, who will have like this wooden box that he will bring to the table. You can see a crowd has like gathered. I should say before this, the Father Theron like rings a bell and announces, you know, a line is formed. People, some of the stuff is like hidden in boxes, some of it's too big. You can see the laborers have a table that they're carrying. So this Esterman comes up and he will like sort of place the box just sort of in on the table. Say, hello, good judges. I've brought my creation.
Excellent.
Father will nod. The Marco, the trade postman, will say, is it this box? Sven will shake his head. Say, no, it is in the box. I will grab it. He opens the box and he places this hat onto the table. You can see it is kind of like a tricorn hat, but with furs. You would recognize this as a type of Esterman hat, Hadrian.
Mm-hmm.
But its materials look a little bit strange. So do you take the initiative and grab and look?
Yeah.
All right. Give me an investigation check to determine the craftsmanship level from your opinion.
We're good at these. I always fucking lose it.
It's so I'll give you broad strokes what you see, right?
Yeah.
So the fur looks familiar, looks like good fur, feels
Something
nice,
probably got out hunting.
and soft. Yeah. The top of the hat is usually made of leather, but it has scales on it.
Do they look like they're like Geckling scales, or are they like...
No, the Gecklings are like a bright green. It's like a dull green.
Well, I'd ask what manner of creature these scales came from.
Yes. Me and the other Estermen, we hunted one of the river turtles come by. We thought it would be a good local material to use. The other settlement, Sunford, they have these turtles come down and try to eat the crops. So we lay in wait there. I figured a local material would be good.
I agree.
And the priest will sort of like gesture so he can grab, right?
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
And he examines it. He will nod approvingly. This is fine. Stitching work, he says. Ashman will nod appreciatively. Say, my people make a wide variety of leather armors and equipment, hides. It is common that we are taught in our communal huts and longhouses the art stitching. Priest will nod absentmindedly. He will see little, like, bright bits. Say, these aren't gems. What are they? And the Esterman will say, painted bone, scrimshaw. Priest will nod, hand the hat to the trade post man, who also examines it. He seems a little bit less impressed than you guys. It's like, I don't know how much I could sell this for if this were in my shop.
Is a rather specifically made thing.
Yes, the faux gems sort of give it the impression of being like a cheaper make, counterfeit or something, which the Esterman frowns.
Well, not all craftsmanship is about selling things for profit.
Trade post. Marco will nod. Well, you'll forgive my bias, but that's the sort of angle that I come into these things with. And so, yeah, they'll hand the hat back to the Esterman. Will nod and thank them, and you, for your time. Sort of go to the completed line. It's the first one there. The next person who shows up is the carpenter. And he will also have a box, slightly different size. And he'll come and he will pull out a wooden game board, like a one you'd play like chess or checkers on, right?
Yeah.
But it also looks slightly unusual. It has like a dark, like nice wood, and it's paired, like the other like checkerboard marks are like a pale blue. It's like a blue and a brown sort of thing. And the outer part is also made of like a third wood, a slightly lighter brown wood. I'll rest this on the table. Sort of chuckle. Say, if I had another week or two, I could have made some pieces, but this was a rather tricky piece to put together. I hope you'll understand why.
You kind of look at the wood and be like, is this wood from the bramblewood?
He nods. Says, yes, I had to cajole one of the woodcutters to help me out. I didn't expect it to be blue, but it's a strange wood to work with. It's very brittle, kind of.
We'd been through there, but we hadn't thought to work with any of the wood.
Not. So.
It's very interesting. I'll kind of pass it to the next person on the line.
Yep. The priest will examine this as well. And he will say, it's a light wood. It's a very light board. Lighter than what I usually handle. And he'll feel the surface. And then he'll pause. He'll rub it a little bit more. You can see the carpenter smile a little bit. So he says, wait a second. How'd you attach these pieces together? And the carpenter will give like a slight bow. He says, I used no glue, only resin to finish the wood. I carefully carved notches into everything and interlaced it. as you might a basket. Theron will nod appreciatively, say this is very fine craftsmanship.
Nod along with him.
Very, very precise work. I didn't even notice initially. The trader, take a look. The states, I don't dislike the blue and brown aesthetic. It's very exotic. I think with the right marketing, people would be interested. I could see a noble holding on to something like this. So, the board is passed back. You'll see an Esterman woman show up next. Name is Bruna. She presents a owl pendant made of bone. And looking at it, you can see like there's little like blue bits and red bits. It kind of reminds you of the hat in a way, but it sort of fits more with the pendant. It's not like little faux gems attached. It's like the eyes are colored, the beak is colored, right? There's little markings on the side. Give me a history check, Beth.
Sure. History.
Yeah, you know what this is, looking at it. It is like a trinket, like Esterman women who are like pregnant would give to their lovers when they're like too indisposed to go out on hunts, to sort of wish them luck, you know, come back basically.
Yeah. Well, does she look like she is pregnant?
No, she.
Okay.
It's just made it for this competition.
Gotcha.
And it's all just like one bone pendant.
Sure.
It's a decent craftsmanship. No one really has a ton to say about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this looks like an owl.
Wait, well, we fill him in on the, like, give him a little history lesson about what it's actually for.
They will find that interesting and nod along. The Esterman woman, like, you know your stuff, good bailiff.
Yes. Thank you.
So it's passed around. People eventually hand it back. Next on the list is the laborers, but you can see like one laborer is like technically the guy who's presenting it. And they pull out this table and put it in front of your guys' table because it's too big to put on the table. So the priest will get up and examine it, as will the trader. And the laborer, Clint is his name, will basically outline the story of this item's creation. That basically everyone in the laborers camp chipped in, hopes that is fine. You know, priest will be like, well, if everyone consented, not every project is a solo project, right? So examining the table, give me another like investigation check.
Sure. Uh-oh.
It's just like a table made of local wood.
Yeah.
Not even like bramblewood wood. It's like a heavy, it's a solid wood type, right? Solid oaken table. The type you might buy.
Yeah.
If you wanted a table. Furniture shopping.
Like tables. Tables are nice.
Yep. The priest will look kind of unimpressed. say, you need to work on your teamwork then. The legs are slightly different heights. The patterns are not consistent.
I would say, did you know that you can, if you make a table with 3 legs, it will always be level?
I think the priest might know that. He's a craftsmanship guy.
Yeah.
I'll give him the,
It won't wobble. It won't be level.
yeah. Triangle is the strongest shape. That's interesting. Yep. They seem less impressed with the table.
Sad.
It's like...
It doesn't seem, even with my 2 investigation roll, I was that impressed with the table.
Well, yeah, you didn't see, like, the priest would point out, like, little flaws here and there, and then areas that he thinks they could have improved. Like little esoteric stuff, like, oh, we gotta pay attention to the grain of the wood when you're doing this. It all lines up. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
With your 2, it just, like, looks like an average table to you.
Yep. I getcha.
So, he and his buddies will move the table out of the way and go into the line. Next on the list is the apprentice of the priest, who presents a gold ring. That is made. Give me one more investigation check.
Sure.
Okay, very reasonable. It looks very plain to you. The merchant seems to be like, yeah, this isn't bad. Not bad at all. Can see what you're going for with the patterns on the inside. The priest looks very unimpressed. See, basically, well, detail some of the areas that he, like, immediately spots where the apprentice went off. Like, oh, you didn't heat the gold enough here. There's small cracks in the metal. And so on and so forth, right? The point where the Marco will say, go easy on the lad. That's a perfectly acceptable ring. The lad gets handed back the ring. He goes to the line.
Aldrich will go find him and be like, wow, it's a rather beautiful ring. I will give you 1 gold piece for it.
Well, he'll say, well, the stuff's supposed to go to the church after the festival.
Is it actually?
It is.
Oh, then never mind. That does not happen.
Okay.
I wanted to make him feel better, you know?
It's like, I would have paid a gold piece for that.
Yeah, precisely. Well done. Well done, Jeff.
Fuck, is a gold piece even good for a ring?
Probably for like a ring made of nothing. It was probably like fucking iron.
No, it's a ring made of gold.
Oh, God. Then I would like math it in my mind. You know, like, oh, I know a ring is worth this much. I'll give him like a 10% increase for the craftsmanship. This is how much I would have given you.
Yeah. Fair enough. Give me... You have a... What's your tool proficiency, Aldrich?
Jewelers.
Yeah, you can give me a check with that using your intelligence score.
Fucking so true. It's, yeah, based on... and
yeah, you think that Alex here probably rolled like a 10, 11, or 12 on his craftsmanship, basically.
Very amateurish. Like he's a beginner.
Well, yeah, sort of. It's not that bad, right? But nothing special, right?
Faber spits on this ring.
Basically. It's like a run-of-the-mill ring that you'd find in any, like, store, basically.
Right, carrying on.
Carrying on, you'll see the last contender, I believe, unless I'm forgetting one. It is Bairn, though he has, like, an Esterman with him. The blacksmith Esterman. Yeah, they will sort of present their item together. Sorry, I spoke over you. What did you say, Beth?
I said I saw him getting ready to do this.
Yeah. So yeah, they hand the party a large long chest or a table. No, a box. There we go. Brain's finally working. It's like a foot, maybe 1.5 feet by like 5 feet. And Baron will sort of like get on his tiptoes to open up the box. You know, over the table, you see this dwarf. And you see that there is an axe inside this box. Like a large hand axe. I think it would be like a battle axe statistically, but it's more like a wood cutting axe, right?
Yeah.
Again, do you take the initiative to look at it first, or do you let someone else?
Oh, it's something else. I feel like my hands have touched some of these things first, like 3 times.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see the priest will... Actually, I'll roll. 1 is priest, 2 is trade post. Marco. Marco's taking the initiative now. He'll, like, grab it and, like, hoist it up. So, ooh. You can see that this axe, the head of it has, like, banded... like a banded pattern in the metal, and a sort of similar pattern has been carved into the haft of the blade. I forget what the name is. The grabby part. The handle, yes.
Looks fancy.
Yeah, I was just making sure that my fucking internet was working. 1 sec. Yep, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, you basically... you can roll for me an investigation, Beth. The merchant will look it over. Merchant's POV is kind of like, oh, this is a neat looking axe. But again, it doesn't look like standardized. Like, you would think maybe someone would prefer a simpler axe if they were on the market. The priest will grab for the axe next, and he will speak what he sees. You know, thinks that the carving craftsmanship is good. The handle feels supple and nice, easy to handle, even though it has this pattern carved into it. It's not awkward, right? He very much appreciates the like Damascus steel head to the axe. And the Esterman will explain that he like built it from like nails and other like scrap bits of metal that were around. Just wanted to reuse it. Thought it would look nice.
Very resourceful.
So there's no lamination in the head. You got the metal to gel well together, says the priest. This is a very fine axe. So That is all of the duders.
Excellent.
Who do you think is the best from what you've heard?
Kind of sounds like the chessboard in terms of like raw craftsmanship. Like they're the only people who, well, I mean, other people went above and beyond a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But like in terms of just like being like well executed craftsmanship, I feel like it's probably the chessboard. But also like they don't have pieces.
That is true.
L.
Yeah.
Big L.
It's true. It would be very difficult to carve like 30 pieces in a week on top of going like crazy with the board.
Yeah. Well, that would be like my deliberation with the other judges, basically.
Yeah. So the other judges also deliberate. There is, I think the axe is like a close one to the board.
Yeah. I would say that the axe is well done too. But that would be my only takeaway from the board, basically, is that the pieces, there aren't pieces there. I know that a week is a very short amount of time to do that with, but, you know, without pieces, it's simply a board. A well-crafted board, but a board.
I think with your input and also priest's input, everyone's input, it's a three-piece Monty. I think the priest would end up lining up with the board, and the trader would indeed bring up the no pieces thing. He's like, how could I sell a chessboard with no chess pieces? A big oversight.
And you don't get me wrong, the craftsmanship is very well done, but...
And so your vote, just in terms of pure craftsmanship, is the board, question mark?
In terms of pure craftsmanship, probably the board, then followed by the axe.
Alright, so then the board wins.
Board wins, okay. Well, if I'm going to be the deciding vote, I don't know. What are other people's like reactions to, you know, the vote on like you know, that it would be the axe? Or they're like, no, but you're not thinking about this. Is there any like deliberation, or is it like a?
I tuned out like a little bit here and there. Can I get a brief overview? What are the top three contenders?
The priest definitely.
Mostly.
The priest hard leans to the board because his argument is just like, yes, there are no pieces, but you know, to assemble a board in this way without any glue, you know, proves that this man's measurements must have been literally perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the axe, you know, getting Damascus steel to work as an axe head is pretty good, but, you know, in every single competition that I've been, there's always been at least like a few contenders who brought out Damascus steel dagger, sword. You know, it's what people do to make it look fancier. And it certainly can backfire if they aren't good craftsmanship, you know. That's his, like, take on it. Whereas the merchant is like, you know, there's no pieces, bro. Like, the axe is fancy. I'm sure it could be a collector's item. Everyone loves Damascus steel.
Well, kind of rubbed my chin more. I'm like, perhaps Father Theron is right. This is just a contest of craftsmanship. Given another week or so, I'm sure he could create pieces of similar quality.
Yeah, to answer your question, Aldrich, the top three items would probably be the game board, the axe, and then third place would probably be the fur hat.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if there was like a, you know, I mean, whenever the board is like considered, Aldrich will be like, "Let's go, fucking board, dude."
Yeah, I'll change my vote to be the board.
All right. Yep. Board is announced. There's many cheers. You can see the Estermen are a little bit disappointed.
They still get second place.
Well, no, the Esterman item got third place.
Oof.
The blacksmith / Esterman combo got second place.
That's what it was, yeah.
But he's not like he is an Esterman.
Our blacksmith, yeah, he probably is an Esterman.
Yeah, the blacksmith's the Esterman, but he was working with the dwarf, so it's more like a pair piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, the board is brought into the church, sort of like displayed prominently. And people cheer.
Mm-hmm.
And the drinks are served, but the carpenter and his buddies get to have first drinks because they won the competition. Then the carpenter receives his blessing.
As things quiet down, if possible, could Aldrich go a little hush hush, fucking maybe get Hadrian in on the idea, just I want to make sure there's been no tampering, that everything was fair play. Would you care to come with me? You detect magic, I identify.
It's I don't think there's any spellcasters in here.
Well, never know if a tool was tampered with in magical means. You never know.
I'll just
if you
kind
think
of
it's
shrug.
unnecessary.
It's the ruling has already been made. I feel like that if we were going to do this, we should set it up beforehand next year.
All right.
To change something like that now could alter people's trust.
Yeah, true.
So no scanning is done.
Nope.
Could you imagine it's a week from now or so the chessboard falls apart as the gluing magic ends?
Yeah, it was
A scandal.
Insight value or whatever, enhance value.
Enhance value. So yeah, the festival winds to close. Guys, do stuff. Imagine you also participate in drinking and stuff.
Yep.
So could you roll con saves for next morning? See if you're hungover or not.
Alright.
How well you handle your alcohol. Hadrian gets too carried away.
Not doing good.
It's because everyone wants to have a drink with you because you're the bailiff.
True.
So you find it hard
For the bailiff.
and harder to refuse. So yeah, you have a headache next morning. What do you guys do next?
Well, so it's the next morning.
Yep. You can see Hadrian is hungover.
Follow up that lead. We got lucky. We got a lead on that. Fucking Hadrian. God damn it. You're wary. I told you not to drink that much.
Yeah.
If you can't handle it.
You're sitting there squinting at literally everything.
Fucking last time, Hadrian. You can't handle it. Don't drink it.
They just kept coming. The people just kept putting drinks in my hand.
God damn it. Perks of being the bailiff, huh? I'll help him out of that or whatever, and then... Or out of wherever the fuck you are. Can you ride?
I probably, yeah, it's fine. Strap myself extra hard to the elk. I don't think it's it could be a turbo hangover.
The elk can
Effectively,
definitely
probably
compensate.
just suffering, like a -1 or something. Yeah, elk help. Okay. So we gather all our things and we get ready, and we'll go to Sunford to find Joff's guard and discuss with them the tax invader.
Yeah, and they'll say that like, oh, a few days ago now we saw him headed north. If it is the tax invader.
Yeah. Would you take us to where you spotted him? And then we'd have Jabiful try and pick up tracks from there.
Yeah, he does so. You can go over there. Let's get that survival. Oh, it's a good survival.
Thank goodness.
Good.
Takes to be full a little while because, you know, the guardsman said, oh, that direction, right? So people had to like
Wrong direction.
slowly like go all the way in that direction until we could find the tracks. You know, scan the whole path basically. But with the 22, he manages to. I see them. Booted footprints.
Excellent. Let's go.
Probably prep some spells.
Oh,
Yeah. How long does it take you to get
thinking
Geoff's settlement?
I don't have it.
I have hold person.
Beautiful. How long does it take what?
You to get to Geoff's settlement, do you remember?
I think we do it in under a day.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. Because you have a road.
Or less.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
half a day. Half a day to Huntsman, half a day to Joff.
It's, how fast does the elk move?
A little bit. It's like the same speed as horses, but it can go through the forest without getting slowed.
Yeah,
It's a little slower than a horse, right?
Is it?
Well, what's its movement speed?
don't be slowing us down.
So 50? So 40?
Yeah,
50?
it's
Okay.
50.
It's a little slower than a horse. So,
Horses move at 60?
yeah.
Damn.
It's not that much slower. Yeah, you can get there in like a third of the day, I would say. Something like that. Of course, you know, once you get to the forest, it's like difficult terrain. The horse is too clunky.
It clonked horse.
Clonked on.
I believe you have to like ford over the river, which is no big deal, and begin traveling. The pace is very slow because to be full has to like manually track the whole time.
Yeah. Well, it gives us time to talk about our spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I was thinking about, since we're just supposed to capture this guy, and I know that he's not like wizard or somebody who's good at saving throws, taking a whole lot of commands and whole persons. But also my DC is fucking cheeks, so...
Good enough. Alright, this is what I have prepared. I don't expect that things will be too crazy. So I've prepared for us to go into a night search. I don't want the sun to slow us down.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But otherwise, yeah, that's it.
Sounds good.
All right.
So dark vision is to be cast whenever, you know, we lose natural light.
And you're speaking of like at nighttime, not like if it's a particularly dark patch of forest or something.
The dark patch of forest clause is only happening if it's like 2 hours until sundown. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you intend on traveling more than 8 hours?
I think we ought to push it just a little bit if necessary, just because we're trying to catch this guy. You know?
Mm-hmm.
We have to gain time, not go equal. He could, you know, he's probably moving fast. Maybe.
Potentially faster than you, for sure. Give me a luck check. I guess this would be for tomorrow. I think you're forced to make camp in the forest before you reach any, like, landmarks. Because of the trip to Geoff, right?
Yeah, makes sense. I can luck check. Yeah, that's kind of lucky.
Okay. Yeah, that's very lucky.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get this guy.
So you make camp.
Ooh,
You know, describe your camp for me.
Yeah.
it's probably like our elk chilling by like a tent and a tiny little fire.
Yeah, we'd prefer to select a place that has like a few trees around, or at least a few bushes or whatnot, something to support bells. I've got 5 of them on my person and 40 feet of string, so I'd always set up like a nice,
Yeah, and
particular fucking you know, situation. 'Cause 5 bells.
in the middle of the forest, there's definitely lots of areas of trees, one could say. You'll hear the, like, creepy noises of the bramblewood. You know, insects chirping, birds, etc., etc. It's just an average night. I'll do forest night, why not? Average night for you. Dawn will come, but dawn is always like a little bit murkier inside the bramblewood to the canopy overhead. It's like a muted sort of bluish light through the canopy. It's from all the, like, plants reflecting and stuff. A slight hint of mist is getting rather chilly.
Are you describing our nighttime?
No, I'm describing your dawn time now.
Oh, gotcha.
You're not attacked by random animals in the night.
Nor a stray barbarian, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jabiful, back on the trail, my friend.
Yep, spell's the same. What's Hadrian's spell list?
I don't usually type it out because I have so little, but I will tell you. I have a command, 2 cure wounds, and a shield of faith, 1 locate object, and 1 hold person.
Wow. Well, what do you guys do? It's done.
I do believe mine will be the same.
We try to pick up the trail again.
All right. Survival
Oh,
check
do you have
from
any
Beef.
locate object? Sorry, did you say you have any locate object?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Here's that check.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Beef can pick up the trail pretty shortly after you guys get up. Do your routine stuff. The trail will continue to take you up north. You eventually encounter the lake, the giant ass lake. To be full, like, be walking along, and you guys come up to the edge of the lake. And Jabiful says, "Oh, the tracks go left."
Is that within the grasslands?
No, it's still within the Bramblewood.
Gotcha, okay.
Give me a perception check. 2 highest perceivers.
Well, that's not me.
We are piss poor on perception.
Actually, I think it should be Aldrich and Hadrian, not Jabiful, because he's tracking.
Thank God. Because we need another shot. Dude.
Alright.
That's why he's Bailiff.
Yeah. For rolling 20s with a -1.
Okay. So, Hadrian, you're like watching like Jabiful look at the tracks, and Aldrich sort of just following along, looking around. You will catch a glimpse of someone like opposite of the lake, sort of, who has definitely seen you and retreats into the forest.
I'll stop and point over there. There's someone over there.
Jabiful look up, say, "I don't see shit."
He just retreated into the forest. He's that way.
Let's go, quick.
So I'm gonna stop following the trail, just going where we saw us.
Jabiful, he's seen him. Go.
Seen someone.
Jabiful will start jogging.
Mental note of this area. Go.
Yep. So you jog over to the location that you saw. It will take you a little while because the lake is so huge, right? The figure you saw in the distance. Like, let's say about an hour or so, just romping through bushes and shit before you get to the location.
Let's go. He's not far.
Yep. So, where do you go?
I want to, once we get there, I want to, see if we can get Jabiful.
They should be sloppier and much more unmissable now. We must have rushed away.
And he was just here.
True. Jabiful, give me one more survival.
Sure.
You're right, that's sloppier. The DC is lower. Yeah, Jabiful's proficient, right?
Very.
So he will be able to point them out. Yeah, there's...
He was at a +7 with not being proficient. It's like, what are we feeding them?
This is definitely the same footprints.
Alright, let's make haste.
They sort of go northwest. Sort of just directly away from the lake.
Keep an eye on those tracks. I'll make sure you don't hit any trees.
Alright. You guys going at a fast pace?
I believe so.
As fast as possible while still maintaining the survival.
Yeah. Until we gain like visual on the dude, because then it's just a chase.
All right. How do I adjudicate this?
Well, I don't know, but do consider that we have been very lucky in our rolls. Multiple 18 plus and 20 fucking
Yeah.
checks.
So far, but I mean, if your movement speed is hindered by the following of the tracks, and his movement speed is not, so I mean, you automatically will just be following him until the end of the day, pretty much.
He's gonna get tired eventually, right? Especially if he's running.
Yeah, theoretically.
He probably can't outspeed us the whole time.
Well, if you're following tracks and he's walking, right, then he is not being slowed by following tracks.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably close enough to have Hadrian. We might be close enough to have Hadrian locate object, and we enter a sprint.
That's true.
Because it was a really big lake, and he was on the other side of it. Unless the lake was under 1,000 feet across.
Oh, you definitely couldn't have from seeing him, but now you're saying like right now, maybe.
No! We've lost him.
Where'd he go?
God knows.
It's not in his server. Oh, here we go. Welcome back.
Really likes fucking up.
Welcome
I
back.
feel like this app is like actually just getting way worse.
Maybe.
All right.
So
Well,
it's
I could.
1,000 feet. That's not. Yeah.
It's very tiny.
We travel. Well, in an hour you can go what? What's the speed?
If you're going walking pace, there's 10 rounds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. So it'd be 600 rounds, right?
Oh, dude. Fuck.
So 1,800 feet.
So
Yeah, 3 miles, one might say.
never mind.
But that would be halved because of difficult terrain, unless this guy is like a ranger. So it's only 9,000 feet. Which is 9 times the range. Locate object. So you guys just begin following tracks.
I think we have a better solution other than that.
I have no applicable utility for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you will follow this dude. I think it'd be funny.
We need to continue this into night, because what I do have actually applicable utility is the dark vision I prepared. It's all I've got. So if this goes into night, we potentially have an advantage.
Mm-hmm. You'll follow the trail. You see it goes south until it goes northwest and then suddenly diverts like southwest.
He's trying to throw us for a loop.
And then it continues northwest once again. And it sort of follows the like ridge of hills. At this point, you see it diverts up north to the grasslands. You begin seeing this grass. You begin marching through the grass.
I'll take
Jabiful.
this moment to look out over the grass, because there's probably a lot less places to hide. Do I see this guy like booking it?
Yeah, you can see up to 3 miles away, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
I'm making one because I'm, as we said, not tracking.
Yeah, makes sense. He would be moving faster than you. You would have gotten...
Perhaps I can like perceive, it's grasslands. Maybe he's leaving the trail, like a push down grass. You know what I mean?
Well, that is actually what concerns Jabiful, because Jabiful will say, "Why is the grass not pushed down?"
Shit.
Like, he points out that the footsteps go all the way up to the grass. And then the grass is, like, just there, fully intact.
Okay. Well, Jabiful, you're an expert on tracking. I want to hear your theory before I make mine.
I think I should do like a spiral pattern or something. See if I can find the tracks again. Maybe like jumped when you reach the edge of the grass. I don't know.
He either could have jumped or he could have turned around. Check for signs of hiding tracks before we go anywhere else.
Yep. He'll do a survival check.
He escaped with his cloak last time.
Ooh.
Maybe his cloak lets him teleport.
It's possible.
Jabiful will scan around. It's gonna take a little while.
Is there any way that I can look up high and overlook the area a little bit?
There's a ridge of hills to the left, and there are trees behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can climb a tree.
All right. What sort of tree are you going for? Like the tallest one? Average tree?
I mean, just an average tree. I'm not gonna try to get so fucking high up in a tree where it's actually really dangerous, but...
Alright, give me another perception check.
Sure.
Alright, 13, solid. You climb up. I need to do some Googling. How tall is the tree?
Depends on the tree. They're pine trees or something like that. They can be really fucking tall.
Yeah, Hadrian, you'll see a few things in the distance from on top of this tree.
Alright.
You will see there's a creature just roaming around. You see some groups creatures just in the distance. Including what might be a thunderboar, question mark. But you will see a smaller man-sized creature sort of vaguely treading ground near the Zalborian Tower, you think.
Okay. Is that going away from us? Is that still in the general direction that we were following this guy in?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, how near are the other group of creatures to him?
Pretty far away.
Okay. Well, then I'll,
It's northwest from your position, but you'd have to clip around the hills. I mean, you could climb the hills, but,
Yeah. Well, I'll shout down to the others that are oh, there's somebody near the Zalborian Tower. I can't tell if it's our guy or not.
So yeah, what does the party do?
Shit. Alright. I'll notify Jabiful. Towards that tower, in the distance. Check for tracks, quickly.
Jabiful will struggle to check for tracks in the tall grass.
Oh. Well, signs in the tall grass that he's moved that way, I guess. Although, shit, maybe you just dimension doored over there or something.
I think his fucking thing lets him dimension door.
Alright, then let's just go. There would be... Hold on, yeah, there would be no one over there. Let's fucking go, that's gotta be him.
I mean, hopefully.
Alright, you begin traveling.
Dude, if that's not, then you were being trolled.
It's just job. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yes, cool.
Look, I swear I'm not going for the bounty, I'm just exploring.
But also, we might be getting in range of potentially. I don't know. Never mind. Fucking, let's go.
All right, you will reach sort of the end of your day's travel before you get super duper far.
Well, can we fucking turn on dark vision and press on, try and get a jump on him?
You've already traveled 1 extra hour. To go up to the hills would actually take another one. You will start encountering levels of exhaustion.
Well, which one? How many levels until you are half speed?
5. But you'd be at -5 to all your attack rolls and shit. Your spell DC.
Okay, wait, let me look at it.
Yeah, I want to amend what I said. I don't think it would have gone all the way to the tower, actually. No, it'd actually be pretty close. Never mind. I unamend what I said.
We'll push just enough to get to a point where we can, like, look over and see if he's going to keep going or what.
All right.
Should we, if we want to make use of the dark vision, do we have to wait before we travel?
Well, the dark vision would be useful if he attacks while you're in camp.
Oh.
Right. Or if you want to try to sneak up on him. But assuming he just stays put from where you last saw him, it'd be at least another like couple hours travel. You're already getting exhaustion levels.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, well, no fires.
Alright, you guys camp and rest. One thing you'll notice, like minutes after you make camp, you'll hear like a wing, 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 wing sound coming from behind you.
What?
It's a weird sound. It's hard to describe with words.
Yeah.
And you'll see your path that you had like stepped down grass, right? Stuff like that. The grass is just like springing back up.
Okay, so I guess that's what happened. He actually just ran through it.
Maybe. I mean, he could have still teleported, but
Yeah.
the grass is now like gone up and has started to spread in between where you guys are like sitting. So only the grass under you remains crunched.
Remember, somebody told me something about the creatures living in this grass and could attack us. We should be on our guard tonight.
Should I like set my tent up like right next to your tent?
Sure.
Shrivel will set up his tent so it's like basically touching your guys' tent. Time will pass. Wait, does the forest night not loop? Oh, it does loop. It's just fucking dead silent. The fuck? So rude. There we go. Yeah, dawn will come. Assuming guys rest.
Excellent. Alright, let's make haste.
Off in that direction.
Yep.
You begin going in the direction you saw him last. You can see the Zalbornian Tower in the distance. Just looking around, you don't see him.
Well, we'll have to go see if we can get his tracks again.
People will say, I don't know if it's possible to get tracks here.
Right, well, we know where he is. We don't know what he might be eating. He's got to be desperate.
Yeah, assuming he doesn't have like 20 days rations or something on him.
Yeah, well, let's hope not.
Definitely would have water, so he just saw some at the lake, right?
Yep.
What do you think he was doing there?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, where do you guys head?
Oh, past the tower, just off in that direction.
Alright, so you go northwest and walk past the tower.
What if he's at the tower?
Oh god, you went in the tower?
Well, the
Went out
tower,
the doors?
the tower doesn't have an inside. It's just like a flat top tower with a crystal on top.
Oh, okay, we're down. I was thinking of...
I think we should, as we pass the tower, blow a use of locate object to make sure he's not fucking hiding out here.
Well, what object would you locate?
just like a
how does it
cloak
work?
or something like that. You just have to name something.
Oh, you have cloaks on, right?
Yeah.
We saw him. Did you notice anything?
You saw him from
Good?
really far away.
Yeah, well,
I don't think we have anything to go off of. We know he has a sword, but guess what? If I say sword, it's going to ping my sword.
That's a good question. What would this guy have?
Barbarian, so maybe you'd have a great sword. Like a great sword, and then maybe it'll work.
We could just climb the tower, says to be fool.
Likely a good idea.
Sure.
If we're just worried about them being on it. Unless, is there like a secret door?
Well, not that I'm aware of.
What does the party do?
We'll climb up.
Alright. You guys climb up.
Tower. From the vantage point, we might be able to see something useful.
Yeah, you can see all the way to the edge of the bramblewood. You can see in the distance, because this is a 20 foot, like a 25 foot tall tower, right? In the distance, you can see Great Lake to the northeast. With animals feeding.
Alright,
Roll for me a luck check. High is good.
perception as well.
Well, perception only matters if the luck check's good.
Okay. I guess I'll do it. Please God, please help. Oh my
Hey.
God.
Yeah, you will actually see the guy
Looking at
in the distance.
I see him!
He has gone. I think I know where he's probably going, but I'm gonna roll just to have a random element. Yeah, you can see him sort of just like entering the bramblewood, so I can be entering pace.
He turned back around, basically?
No, the bramblewood to the southwest, whereas you guys came from the southeast.
Oh.
So we just kind of went across this whole open area, then back into the Bramblewood.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll point him out. I'll tell everybody to get down. Don't want him to notice us. Make him think you lost us, and we might actually fucking catch him. Let's move.
Let's go.
I'll make sure Jabiful saw the area.
Guys, go back down the tower. Begin going where you saw him before. People will say, what's with that tower we're just on?
Was that the Crystal Tower?
That was the Crystal Tower, yeah.
I think Jabiful was there
It's
for that.
a Zalborian test.
Oh. Was there people there for the last one?
With the Dalgax? No.
No, the one before that.
Probably.
No, I don't think he was.
I think it was just Hadrian and Eldritch, right?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think he was there.
What the hell's a Zalborian?
One of the Eternals.
Trickster Eternal.
To gain entrance into his tower, or to become one of his apprentices, maybe. Probably the latter there. One must pass the trials.
Oh.
I like the katydid noises in the forest ambience.
Yep. It is neat. It's very foresty.
There's a fuckload of those here. I haven't heard them in a little while, but I haven't really been outside at night.
Yeah, so you guys go to the area where you think you saw him. Beef can need another survival check. He's not hiding his tracks particularly well, but it's not like a certain surefire thing to find tracks always, right?
Oh, dude, thank God. At least it's 10.
Yeah. And to be full, because he's proficient, can find the tracks to the 10.
Let's go be full.
And you will follow it through the forest. So you continue. And you walk, and you walk. You'll eventually hear the burbling of a river in the distance. You continue following the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
You're sort of nearing the end of your travel today, for the record. By the time you get to this river spot.
We're gonna just keep doing this forever.
Probably.
Well, you will give me a perception check.
Okay. God damn it.
All right.
We made so many fucking rolls, man. It was bound that we were bound to failure.
Okay. Yeah, you guys will like come over a hill and you will see a guy who like turns to look at you.
Oh fuck.
Guys are like 100 feet apart, basically. And there's like this awkward moment where you see him and he sees you. What do you do?
Well, let's approach.
I need to look at the range on some of my spells.
Yeah, you begin approaching. You'll see he picks up his bag and starts just keeping distance.
Wait!
So you yell, "Wait!" This is like 100, maybe 80 feet. You've closed a little bit of a gap. You're distant, like, why?
You have to pay your taxes.
Yeah, you hear him say, "Fuck off!" He begins moving more vigorously.
Wait!
No,
Wait,
fuck you! Your buddy just...
Maybe we can talk this out.
He'll glance over. He's definitely keeping the distance.
Look, we can do this shit forever. Look. The bounty on your head is 300 gold. Okay?
Just 300? Those fuckers.
That's what I said.
How about this? One of you can come talk. The other must keep their distance.
Kind of look over there and might get drunk.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's definitely you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aldrich nods. Aldrich will advise a little bit. Look, you can inform him if he can, this is up to you. It's your call. You're the bailiff. If he can compensate us for something around 300 gold, that would be very nice for us, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, tax evasion isn't the biggest deal in the fucking world.
Well, it sounds like he maybe evaded a lot of taxes to get 300 gold bounty on his head, but...
Well, his self-importance aside,
Yep.
if worse comes to worse, we're prepared to back you up.
Right.
Hold his ass down.
Can do that. Alright. I'm like, alright, I'm coming over.
Yeah. And you'll see. Wait around. Looking over your shoulder, keeping an eye on your companions.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk up, and you can see there is this guy. He's fucking 7 feet tall. Extremely ripped physique. It's rippling muscles. Dusky blonde hair. A bizarre looking cloak.
Yeah.
The big old greatsword on his back. Some iconography on the pommel.
Gotcha. So I'll come over and then say in Esterman, man, you must have done something to rile the bounty people up.
didn't bribe the officials enough. Self-important they are. Look, every adventurer skims a little off the top. It just is the nature of the game. I didn't play by their rules, so they've chosen to strike me down. But not me. Not the great Ukrov. Done too much for this nation to go down like this.
What? Do you steal so much they want to execute you, or they just want to put you in jail?
Well, they clearly want to put me in jail.
Dude, I want Ukrov on my team. Holy shit.
Yeah. I go, well, where'd you go, who double-crossed you? Where'd you come from to get all the way out here?
Oh, well, I moved over from the east, from Esterman lands. Seek work here.
Yeah. But, when he was here to...
Oh, well...
Who did he, screw over, or get screwed over by?
Tax officials in Crownhold. Forget their names. They're unimportant to me. Should have remembered. But, unfortunately, I didn't really care much. Look, the dungeons I go to are outside of civilized lands, much like this location, but different. I'm not benefiting from crowns. Nobles, they pay me whenever some monster shows up.
I nod a little bit. I'm like, well, this might
I go out,
free of nobles and crowns for now.
I go out, I fight shit they never want to fight. Who cares if I still pay some taxes, okay? What claim do they have to gold that's sitting in a ogre's den?
Well, I think the normal thing that they claim is that it was their gold to begin with, and even if they didn't have it in their coffers, they were owed part of it for taxes or something.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Crown's never done anything for me. I guarantee you, once you start getting enough money, they might come for you as well. Someone will be like, oh, here's a new tax. It's unimportant. Listen, I'm sure we can work something out. I've got some of my haul with me. Perhaps I can make it worth your while.
Perhaps.
And, maybe you go back and report that I went further north or something.
Something like that. I gotta say, though, we have talked about this. Some people might ask some questions.
Well, the grass seemed to spring up.
A story. Yeah, I go, maybe we could have a story about, we were hot on your trail for a while and you had to shed some weight to get away from us.
What does that mean?
Like, his haul. Like it was weighing him down.
The gold?
Yes.
Well, if you tell him about the gold, you wouldn't be able to keep any of it.
So the part I don't tell him about all the gold.
Well, hold on.
That's exactly how he got here.
Yeah.
I'm saying I give you a portion of this gold, and you just say I ran off. I don't want to get rid of all my gold. I'm going to have to start a new life soon.
Fair enough.
There's no reason for you to bring back some of the gold. Just say that I just was faster than you. I am. The other crown's men I evaded.
True.
Let my guard down with all this grass popping up. I thought it was safe.
It was strange.
So you said the bounty was 300.
Aye.
Well, let's start with that. Is 300 good enough?
Kind of look back and be like, I think so.
Sure. Give you 300 gold. Go our separate ways. Get paid for stretching your legs. I keep a good chunk of my gold. And I'm safe.
Agreeable to me. I think we could work this out.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, when we spend this gold, the queen's going to get her tax anyway.
True. I might know some officials could pay the tax to that would be willing to overlook some of your transgressions. You know, if you were to pay a little less.
My transactions. Or my transgressions.
Oh, future ones. Future ones.
Oh. Well, I don't plan on getting any future ones.
I say that now. I'll hand you like 300 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Dub.
Yep. And I'll be like, all right. You never saw us, and we never saw you.
Okay, fair enough for me. Whatever your story is, that'll be the one I tell if I get caught, which I won't.
Kind of nod. Like, good luck out here. There's a lot of weird shit.
I've fought so much shit. You wouldn't believe.
I could probably say the same.
So he will walk off.
All right, and I'll walk back to our party.
How much did he give you?
300.
Love it. Well, good work, Jabiful.
To be full nuts.
And, well, I assume you handled that well. Good results.
Yep. Just hope he doesn't get caught. But we've chased him so far out here.
Yeah. If he implicates us, well, you know. This is risky.
Perhaps we could just give up this gold.
Oh, fuck that. Take the risk.
If you say so.
Think we'll be able to. Think if people were chasing after us, we'd be able to get them off our tail. Paid them 300.
Probably.
May the cycle continue.
If ever
so.
I'm not sure, if ever we report anything, we lost him in the grasslands?
Kind of like wait for a second and go back over and maybe like give him a bit of like advice to like go like this direction because there's nobody over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd point out Novus and be like, if you're gonna worry about anybody, it's these guys.
Okay, so you like show them a map, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that advice.
Say your best bet is probably going straight north or all the way to the east to the sea.
I don't really want to reveal my future plans for obvious reasons.
I was kind of shrugging, like, you're not going to tell me anything, but you go, it's now in my best interest for you not to get caught, so.
True. That's fair.
He's a barbarian. He's probably faster than just all of us in general, isn't he? Because they get unarmed movement, don't they?
Yep.
Probably.
Aldrich will, as like you approach, he'll like sort of signal, "May I approach?"
Sure, he'll nod. If Hadrian's staying back.
Yeah, I'll back up a little bit.
Aldrich will walk up. "Greetings. I'm Aldrich." He'll extend his hand.
He'll shake your hand.
"And your name?"
Ukrov.
Pleasure to meet you. I just wanted to familiarize myself.
Okay. Well,
Walk away.
nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So you walk away, and he will go his separate way.
We're counting on mutual discretion.
Of
Bye-bye.
course.
I know your face.
So what does the party do next?
Well, guess we just get out of here.
If he fucking turns on us, at the very least, Aldrich is going to cast sending to him, 5 times a day. Just drive him fucking insane.
Yeah, well, look, we've got a little bit of a story is that it's just like, look, we chased him for forever. We were like exhausted, blah, blah, blah. We'll ham it up a little bit. We'll be like, look, the money that we got from him, we literally just used to like rebuild your fort, though.
True. So really, it's the crown's money, basically.
Yeah.
Do you plan on just saying that from the rip, or just like, oh, huh?
Well, listen, I think when you fail a quest, you don't go report it. You probably don't tell anyone you're taking the bounty in the first place. So the first thing we're going to do is fucking nothing, I think, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, did we have to like go have like rippy bits? Do we have to sign anything to go get the bounty, or we just walk out there and find the guy?
No, it was just on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where if ever we're in the fort and it's mentioned in passing, we'll be like, oh yeah, we tried to look for him, but fucking God knows where he was.
Yeah, it really depends on if you like would have taken the paper or not. That's like
I don't think we would have taken the paper.
what people often do, so that no one else gets the bounty, right?
Yeah. I feel like we got it quick enough that we wouldn't have taken it. We would have just gone out there and be like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, fair enough. There's been plenty of times they've looked at the board and didn't go for the bounty, right?
Yep.
So how would they know? So the party returns 300 gold richer for basically having wandered around for a few days.
Yep. Let's go straight to the fuck. I'm not putting it in the coffers, man. It is straight to the fucking fort. To the inspector, right?
Yep. I approved. I'm Aldrich, or fuck, I'm Hadrian, and I approved this message.
All right.
Excellent.
You give the gold to the guy, says he'll make all the necessary preparations. He will give like a confirmation, like this is going to be a small fort, so it's not going to be able to exert that much influence on the area. You know, is this the fort that you want to select, basically?
I mean, it's the closest one to our sun, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, then yes. Correct.
We'd ask him, like, one thing I'd inquire about is using the river to any extent.
Sorry, your voice is very laggy for me.
I was saying, sorry.
Yeah, maybe like instead of like having had the road immediately ready, we could just float stuff down the river to the fort.
Yeah, I was saying, would it be more efficient to just invest the 200 gold in like boating shit rather than a road?
Good question. As long as there's no beasts in the water, it probably would be more efficient to travel by boat.
I don't know if there's any beasts there. We haven't been confirmed or not confirmed.
Just scan the river.
Well,
I think that's kind of the thing. Is that
look, we
we're
walked.
not gonna know.
We walked by the river tons. We didn't see shit other than those turtles.
Yeah, we
How big are
literally
the turtles?
we bathe in it frequently. We fish in it frequently. We should know much.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah, there's just fish in the river. You haven't really like encountered anything abnormal enough to note it.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
The whole path would be upriver, but that is fine. Yeah, I suppose it would be simpler to build like a dock or something. River's not super wide, but the river isn't very wide at parts, but is definitely wide enough for a decent sized boat. Small river boat.
We've already got a dock too.
That's true. Yeah, we got a fishing dock, right? But that would be good enough. Like if they were Here's the thing, I don't know if getting a boat built, for example, would be cheaper than building a 200 gold road.
That's crazy.
Well, it's because boats are like fine pieces of craftsmanship, right? I'm looking through books. Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't Hadrian from a coastal
Port?
town?
Yes.
Might even have some connections.
It's very far away, though.
Yeah, keel boat is 3,000 gold. Of course, that's a large, flat freight boat used on rivers.
Yeah, I think all the boat prices might be kind of fucking expensive.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. 10,000 gold
Yeah.
for like a long ship. It's ridiculous, dude. Actually, like, fucking how the fuck are boats? It seems like boats cost more than castles. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude, I think a gatehouse is like 1,200 gold pieces.
This is ridiculous. Can you imagine 25,000 fucking GP? It's not even the most expensive one. A sailing ship is 10,000 gold. Sailors are probably poor as fuck, right? Like, when you think of a sailor, it's not like a very rich individual.
I think they're probably. It's probably like fucking.
Yep.
It's probably like fucking truckers. Like you think of truckers not having a lot because they're like truckers, but they make money.
Dude, why am I getting modern fucking prices for Viking boats? Are you serious?
How much does a modern Viking boat cost?
300,000 pounds.
At least that feels like in line with D&D.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I'll take a guess. The trade ships had to cost at least 1,600 pounds. Which pounds were very large back then. Okay, maybe we visit the price. I feel like the road's cheaper, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the boat economy is insane.
Like, even if they had like 4 rowboats, right? That'd be the same as the entire road.
Road it is.
Slightly unfortunate. God, that shit's so expensive. What the hell? Alright, so you guys pay the man to set up the fort. He will inform you that the road will go up to the fort. He will be ready.
All right, fort done. Fort equal night.
In 1 to 2
About, like,
settlement turns, there will be guardsmen there.
before.
Yep. They'll be able to send out a patrol that will go around each day, killing shit.
Dude, we are going crazy out here. We got a road going to the fucking mine too, huh?
I think that the dwarf was going to handle that, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, the road will connect to the mine.
I guess next session, perhaps, or at some point down the line, we can like have a road going out this way.
Start getting road pilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the start of the road on your map, actually, because it passes right by.
Oh, yeah, it would follow the fucking river, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, they definitely take your input on where on the map. It's either going to just start out at the top of the map, or it's going to, like, finish out from one of these roads, right?
So one road going to the fort, one road going to the mines.
And the other fort.
Sick, dude. Oh, the other fort, like Huntsman?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. The road that goes to the fort will be the same road that you would follow to go to the mines.
Gotcha. It would be nice to coordinate and sort of get things connected somewhere.
No. You will have gotten a letter by now as well from the dwarf. Saying that the survey was completed. That, it's like paperwork time, basically.
Does he require our presence?
Well, it basically would require, your presence and, like, signature, so they want to write a contract up.
Let's provide him with that.
We don't necessarily have to go into details about it, unless you want to. I sort of feel like we're hitting the end of the session, so...
Yeah, details unnecessary, but...
Details, schmeetails.
We go to Stonehenge, or whatever,
Stonehenge?
Yeah, we go to Stonehenge, we meet with the dwarf.
It's not called Stonehenge, but...
Yep. I believe...
Stonehaven.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go half-seas for the smelter, right?
Uh-huh.
We'll enter a debt for now.
Yeah, so I can add the it was a payment plan, right?
Yeah.
Where it was adding 100 gold per month of expenses, right?
Yep.
Unless you wanted to extend it to be like 50 gold per month for 20 months instead or something. Dwarves do not care.
Yeah, they can play the long game.
Call it 50. What's really going to happen is that at some point we're going to come into a shit ton of gold and just pay it all off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Or die trying.
So there we go. And then I guess I'll add it to the total monthly expenses to make things simpler for future us.
Woohoo.
So now up
Very much so offset by the blacksmith.
True.
Hopefully.
Yeah, blacksmith will be live. And after that, we'll have the charcoal burner, which means we'll no longer be importing coal.
Yep.
Which we weren't being charged for, apparently.
Does the metal smelter need coal?
I don't know. I'm talking about the blacksmith. Or did the makeshift not need it?
The makeshift was just using wood.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you don't even have a metal smelter, right? You're just importing finished iron.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
We'll
Yeah.
have to change that.
Yeah, soon enough the mine will provide it, maybe.
So you'll have to start importing coal, actually.
No, it goes, oh, do you mean for them?
For the blacksmith finished. It's now a more expensive, more advanced blacksmith.
Yeah, that's why we have the charcoal burner now.
Oh, you're right.
Use coal.
Yeah, I suppose so. The blacksmith will provide half value next month, though, because if half the month they have no coal to work with, right?
Whatever.
Unless you wanted to, like, import 3 gold of coal right now, I guess. So that's all it takes.
Obviously, that would be way more profitable for us. However, I don't think we can because we're importing wheat and iron.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to upgrade the thingy.
Trade post.
We could upgrade more stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we?
No, you
Oh,
need to.
we
That's
have
what
to.
he's saying.
Yeah, well, we'll
Okay.
have coal taken care of, so no need for that at the moment.
Okay. All right.
Do XP from the hole before we send it all off.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to, kick that can forever.
Yeah. So you guys fought many things. I'm just gonna do my calculations. I guess while I'm doing my calculations, you guys can tell me how you guys felt about the session and are feeling in character after the session.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good. So we didn't have time for everything we might have wanted to do, but
Yeah.
we got a lot done. The town is continuing to, redemption continues to come together.
Yep.
It was a cool little festival. It was rather neat.
I need to pull out my calculator now. Yeah, so you enjoyed the session.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Your characters, how are they feeling again?
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Hadrian has made a mental note that he needs to take much less risks for a little while.
Yeah, I think there is definitely some anxiety that we might be feeling. Aldrich, at least.
Yeah?
So
Relating to what?
if he ever gets caught, he could ruin us.
It wouldn't. But
Well-
you'd probably be in a little bit of hot water. But it's just like, dude, like, I'm sure we could explain it away.
Yeah. I hope so.
But look, we're gonna just bend the truth a little bit.
Yeah, Aldrich is fine with that. He's fine with bending some truth and breaking some rules, but he doesn't trust.
Don't want to make a habit out of it.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the Balgax situation?
I think we need to, distance ourselves from him a little bit more.
Yeah, similarly, like if Balgax got caught and like moved his lips a bit too much, we'd be also fucked.
All right, I've got the total XP value of the Chaos Hole. Jabiful is getting half shares of XP, right?
I
Yes.
think that's correct, yeah.
So then it'd be 9 shares, and each of you would get 2, and he would get 1. Right?
Yes.
All right.
Divided by 9.
Okay, so EXP. There you go. I'll add that to Joff and Lady Marianne right now.
What's the level up XP for this? It's like 24,000 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like a significant amount, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, how close are you?
I think it's 27,000 actually. Maybe look it up. D&D XP chart.
How much XP do you need to get at level 5?
65.
65.
Oh man,
It's
Joff's still
22,000. I
not
was right
there.
the first time.
Yeah, 23. I guess we're not that far off, huh? Damn.
Yeah, maybe we're not. We're closer to 6 than we are.
I don't think we've ever gone this far with, at least in a
XP.
T&D with XP, yeah.
Yeah. Turning gold into XP really helps.
True. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, don't you guys also get?
A shit ton, yeah. Damn it.
Well, it wasn't like a shit. I'm just gonna round it to 2,000 because it makes the math easier, right?
Fair enough.
It was about 2,000. It's like a small amount more. There we go. That's the gold XP.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
We got gold XP.
How much was it?
444.
That's for the session before the session. You're gonna get a very small amount this session.
Yeah, like what, 100?
Something like that.
Or something like that?
You're doing Beef's XP, right? Because I'm updating 2 NPCs.
Yeah, I've done it all. I've done it all. I'll do the 300. You get 120. I'll do it in chat. Same format. That's for the 300.
Woohoo. All right, new XP total. 18.
What are you guys gonna do next?
Man, I don't know. Probably look for like an actual like new point of interest. Probably like push deeper into the fucking lands that we haven't been into yet.
Yeah,
Getting
I
into
mean,
that
we
Thunder
need
Lord territory.
It's time that we found some fucking more chests to loot, you know? Some more gold and such. Maybe we can go deeper into the undead lands. Although, did we hear something about the fort there having projectiles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Balgax
Really
mentioned it.
unwelcoming. Very unwelcoming, isn't it?
Pretty unlucky.
Forts filled with archers are very scary.
Mm-hmm.
There's sure to be bounty and booty.
Alright, so just exploring grasslands for points of interest.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. I think it was a fun session. I feel like it was a nice balance. Actually, there wasn't all that much combat. Was there?
There was none at all.
It's just pure RP.
Yep.
Pure getting shit done, man. True.
Mm-hmm. How'd you feel about the bounty?
Good. It'd have been cool if we could have gone all the shit, but
Right, yeah, well, yeah. We could have made big gains, but I feel like it's a truly tough issue to consider, right? Because like turning him in is not like, and taking all of his shit, it's kind of a hard thing to do. Like with the bros just like,
I don't even know if he was capable of. Maybe he raged and just beat the shit out of us.
true. We also don't even know the extent of the shit, right? I mean, theoretically, tax evasion.
Yeah.
But who knows, like, it could be an extreme sum, right? Like, this is why they want him.
It's like he owes 3,000 gold.
Hey, he gave up 300 easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
And he is an A-class adventurer, so...
On one hand, like, no one's above the law except me.
True.
And on the other, like, big fucking whoop, you know? I would do the same thing. Aldrich would totally fucking do the same thing. He would take off the top.
Just how it goes.
That's what all the adventures are doing. Oh man, I just spotted something. You'll be able to make like a super nice road next to the charcoal burner.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I can't wait until the other party comes by your settlement.
God, I want to be able to build more fucking road. I have big plans, man. That town square is gonna be sick.
Oh yeah.
We clear all that out.
Crazy. Yeah, I want to see their town. I want to see their little podunk place, apparently.
And just mock them. I guess in between the weeks, I'll fill out the settlement dock a bit more. I feel like that's been something I've been needing to do. I definitely, the thing that I want to figure out, though I'm struggling of conceiving how, is making like synergy buildings of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be cool. You know, so the town, like a town could specialize, because I feel like that would be nice.
Making such things late into the game definitely, you know, I see the issues.
Yeah, kind of.
Well,
It could be.
here's the thing. Everything's a whip. If all my documents are living documents, it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the settlement system's been going well so far.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, there was the Rocky thing where the initial guardsmen or whatever were too expensive. But beyond that, like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad system.
Man, we are rocking these fucking 15 AC pikemen.
Yep.
Premium pikes.
Oh, yeah. Just need, like, level 2 guards next.
How far, like, how distant in the future are houses for us, you know?
It's
600 gold.
It's as distant as you want it to be. I feel like, in my opinion, I predicted that if you're gonna build a house, it'd be, or a home, it would be for like wealthier NPCs. But a lot of these buildings are sort of live in because no one wants their like fucking chest stolen from at night, right?
Yeah.
But theoretically, you know, that would be the idea, right? Like you get friggin' Archibald or someone set up in a home, you know, and then suddenly you're getting 22 gold a month from that. Just flat. Like that's almost better than the carpenter, right? Pretty much.
I hope we come into a shit ton of gold, you know, so we can get like a fucking tavern and all that.
Be fun.
Tavern followed by brewery. It's only like, you know, 2,000 gold.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got shit to do. Thank you very much for playing.
Alright, so, yep, it was good though.
It's a good sesh.
See.
I was a little worried because it felt like there wasn't really much you guys are doing or gonna do. I'm excited for next one.
Yeah, we gotta like. I feel like we've exhausted most of like the nearby stuff to do, and we're gonna have to start really
Getting in
digging
there.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll explore the grasslands.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Talk to you guys later.